look good in 8-bit. Check that out, man. I look good in 8-bit art. I made this shirt. Check out the merch store. All right, got it. Come on. Okay. Got something special in this box for you guys today. This is actually my Kurono Tokyo Toki edition. I was in the market for a new dress watch, and I don't really wear that many dress watches. So when this came up, I bought into the hype and I said, you know what? Pulling the trigger on something very, very classy. Now I did contemplate flipping this watch if I didn't like it, because I know the resale value is there. And that's why I was comfortable about spending the money on something like this, something so unknown, because I know there's a market for it in the secondary market. I don't want to necessarily go that way, and I'm not going to go that way to start off with. Now, I did tell a buddy of mine that I would sell it to him if I just didn't, if this watch didn't fit my whole style, I guess. You know, like I'm a bigger dude, so having a very thin dress watch is kind of, it just looks funny. It just looks funny on me. Now, when I dress up, I usually put on, I don't have it down here. I usually put on my Omega Seamaster, and that's because that dial with that ceramic bezel just looks so good. Very flashy, yet very heavy duty. And I think that fits me perfectly. When I dress up, yes, I'm a big ogre doofus in a suit, right? But I do clean up, minus the mustache. God, Movember, it gets so, oh my God, look at that thing. Zoom in, look at it. I was called a fat Freddie Mercury one time. Actually, he said big. I was a big Freddie Mercury. I don't know how to take that, but I digress. I'm a big dude, so when I wear suits, I don't like to wear a very flimsy watch. That's why I wear my Omega Seamaster. So this is going to be something like a, I don't know, an experiment, if you will. I want to see how it fits on my wrist. I want to see how I could dress it up, dress it down, and all the such. And if I end up not liking it, that's fine. I'm not going to lose any money on it. So I think it's a good risk-reward basis. If I end up liking it, amazing. Hands down. It's going to be a great watch. It looks good in the photos. Can't wait to see what it looks like in person. And yeah, let's go from there. Let me flip that camera. Oh, before I go, please subscribe, hit the like button, the bell button, go into my descriptions, follow me on social media, on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, whatever you want to follow me. Get some merch in your soul. I know you like this shirt. I know you do, because I like this shirt. And I know I like this shirt because I made the shirt. So go in the description, buy me a shirt, because, you know, I need some money in my life. Please, for the love of God, watches aren't cheap. All right, I'm going to flip that camera, and then we'll get to the unboxing. Before we get to the unboxing, please go ahead, click that like button and that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that bell. And then in the description, I have all my links to my social media. So my Instagram, my Twitch, my Twitter. Please follow me on there. And then, yeah, let's go ahead and get started. This box is quite large, so I'm going to go ahead and bring it in here. And it kind of blends in with my background. So right here, I guess that's out of focus by a lot. Yeah, so we have a little pull strap here, so let's go ahead and pull it open. There we go. And yes, it is a Kurono Tokyo. So it's going to come with this little rice paper here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that open ever so gently, because this is a collectible of sorts. And here is the watch itself. Let's check out what we have under here. So we do have an envelope, and I kind of want to open it up. I want to see what's in here, but I don't want to ruin it. So I'm going to go ever so lightly. I'm going to try not to peel it up. I'm not sure if I'm gonna actually like this watch. I bought it kind of like, it's a very limited release, so like I just jumped on it because I was looking for a dress watch, and I wasn't sure if I was going to like. I like the design, but I wasn't sure if it's gonna fit my wrist all that well. So here's all the contents of the envelope. We have a wipe. Oh, we have a metal warranty card. I don't know if my name is on here, so I don't think I'm gonna show it, but it has like the date it was purchased and everything. And then back here is all the warranty information, but that is in Japanese, so I can't read that. We have some sort of hang tag, possibly. I'll open that up later. And a little booklet here. I guess this is where the warranty card sat. Whoa. Before I went crazy with it. And let's see what this is. Ah, a little thank you note from Kurono Tokyo. That's pretty cool. Put that off to the side now. And let's see what we have here. Here it is. All right, so let me go ahead and get the knife out and gingerly cut the tape, because I don't want to cut through that beautiful scarf that they have in here. So let's go ahead. This is how the watch comes wrapped up. That is nice. The attention to detail on this, and this is why an independent brand is different than a micro brand, is all this attention to detail, all of these things here. It's nice. Wow. Okay, so here we go. Let's unfold this scarf here. And this actually is a good base to do some unboxings on. There we go. I'm going to do that. All right. So it's disinfected. Don't know if you can see that, but it says disinfected ultraviolet packaging. It's vacuum sealed. Man, this is legit. I'm really excited to open this up. All right, here we go. That was vacuum sealed. Oh, nice. All right. So we have an outer sleeve. Go ahead and take that off. And Bunkyo. Go ahead and pull that out. Oh my God. I think this is the right way, like this. And it is. All right. Man, the mystery on this unboxing. That's a nice box. This unboxing is legit. All right. So we have some more plastic here. Let's go ahead and take the watch out that way. I might be in love with just the unboxing experience. This is the best unboxing experience I have ever done. Okay. So we have some more rice paper here. Ever so slowly unfold it. Ooh, double wrapped. Whew. Wow. All right, let me go ahead and take this plastic off here. I don't want to risk damaging this. Now, this is a watch that is notorious flipping. I guess notoriously bought by flippers, I should say. And I don't want to flip this, but it's a 37 millimeter, and I don't know how that's going to fit on my wrist. It might fit a little too dainty, but here we go. Wow. That is nice. Let me get this into focus so you guys can actually have a good experience watching this. Come on. Come on. Man, check out that beauty. Wow. This is very slim, very sleek. Let me see if I can adjust my camera settings to get you guys a little better color. Hang on one second. All right, I don't think this is doing, my camera is doing this watch justice, because this dial looks so good. And there's the back of the watch there. I don't want to, I guess whatever. Didn't want to put the serial number back on there, but what are you going to do? I guess I'll read. Yeah, this is probably the best I'm going to get my camera. Wow, this looks so good. So good. Man, that is nice. Let's check out the winding experience. It is a Miyota 90S2, I believe. Feels good. Feels really good. All right, let me go ahead and take off these this plastic here. The buckle isn't signed at all. It is a plain buckle, but it does come in that high polish. Speaking of that high polish, the case, I believe, is made in the same place where they make the Grand Seiko cases. I could be wrong about that. Probably am not, but I could be. But man, that looks good. That looks good. I wasn't a fan of the strap with the coral dial, with it being a black strap, but now this looks like an off gray, like a very dark gray, maybe like an off black, I should say. But man, that looks good. Let me go ahead and get this on the wrist and see how I like it. Now I do have a 7.5-inch wrist, and this is a 30, let me actually double check. I'm pretty sure this is a 37mm watch. Yeah, just about a 37mm, but very thin. Very thin. This is coming in at 10mm thin. It does have a nice domed crystal, so let me go ahead and put it on the wrist, and you guys let me know if it's too small. I think it should be good, but you never know. So here it is on my 7.5-inch wrist, and it looks a little small, at least smaller than what I'm used to, but I don't really dress up all that much, so I don't know. I don't know what to feel about it right now. I got this watch because I needed a dress watch in the collection. All I had is that Orient Bambino, and I figured, hey, I might as well go big or go home. So I want to see how this fits with like a nice long sleeve shirt, and you know, maybe I'll grow to appreciate it. I don't think I'm going to get rid of this. I'm definitely not going to flip it right now, but I'm going to see if I am going to like this style of watch. Like I said, I do really like divers, and that's what I primarily wear. So this being one of the smallest watches in my collection, I don't know if it's going to stay, but for right now, I'm impressed, so impressed with just the packaging and how it was put together. And yeah, look at that dial. Wow. All right, that's the video. Go ahead and leave a like, thumbs up. Once again, visit my social media, my Instagram page. It's in the description box below. Click the bell icon, click all this stuff. Leave a comment. What do you guys think about this watch? I'm excited to hear what you guys have to say. And yeah, so that's the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.